Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Physicist and welcome back to Subnautica. In this video, we'll be taking a look at thermal power. That is, we'll be going in a little bit of greater detail into the thermal power itself. Now, as you can see, we're following this trail of power lines, which I put way too close to each other, but it doesn't matter. And we're just gonna follow it to my thermal power plant processing. Now basically, once you get the thermal plant parts and stuff like that, you're gonna want to find a thermal spot that is an active volcano with eruptions and stuff like that. The reason why I'm trailing this for almost a kilometer that's away from my base is because over here I actually have the thermal energy, and I'm gonna show you. Basically, if it is below 25 degrees you will get no power. Anything above that gives you power. So my setup here gives me a lot of power. But it is a little bit tricky to actually approach it and to set it up like this, but as you can see, I take damage, especially when that goes up. But most of these guys, there we go, are at 91 degrees Celsius, 93 degrees Celsius, 95, 94, etc, etc. So this is the optimal place to actually construct them. One of these. Now that I have covered that, let me just return back to the sea moth so that I don't suffocate. As you can see, you need the power lines in order to drag it to your base, or you create your base down here near the thermal spot itself. Now, in regards to the thermal plant, when you're placing it with the habitat builder, if it's red, you cannot place it. If it's yellow, you can place it, but you won't get any power. If it's green, you can place it and you will get power. Okay, so basically, how it works. The energy output per minute is linear, so this is a constant stream of power. And you can basically calculate it. So it's 0 at 25 degrees Celsius, so it needs to be above 25 degrees Celsius. That is the C. See in the bottom right corner of the screen, the 18 Celsius. It is 33 per minute at 50 degrees, 66 per minute at 75, 77.88 or 78 at 84 Celsius, and at or above 100 Celsius the energy output reaches the maximum of 99. One thermal plant can store up to 250 energy at a time. Now there is an entire, so basically at 26 you will get a little bit of power. So for this specific setup that I have running, which is in the 90 degrees Celsius, let me just flip on over the table, not the table, but okay, the paper got stuck. There we go. Okay, so I'm running at about the 90 degree range, so at 95 it creates 92.4 energy per second, if I'm reading this correctly, and I don't see a reason why I'm not. Yeah, energy per minute, my bad. And it'll take it to collect 25 units of energy. It'll take it approximately a couple of seconds. 15.2 seconds. Now I'll leave the table in the description itself so you can calculate it, but it basically goes like this. As soon as you scan it, you find one of these thermal spots, you set them up so that you get the highest degree possible. And with this setup you can power up even a water filtration, although that is a waste of energy. And then you just drag the power lines, which are quite expensive. This entire thing that I did here is expensive as hell. So yeah, you basically drag all of these back to your base with the power lines, and you make sure that at your base it actually touches one of the base buildings, that is one of the base habitats. So now I'm just going to follow this back to my base, which from here is about 1000 meters or an entire kilometer. I have dragged this all the way over there. Okay, here we are. We're actually approaching the base itself. As you can see, I kind of dragged this a little too much, perhaps. In any case, it is located right on over here, and you're gonna want to make sure that you have one that goes to the building itself. Now, I have the power lines up on top of my base that is going throughout my base because I was trying something out, but you don't have to, at least not as far as I'm aware of. Okay, and here we are. We're just gonna dock here at the bay. As you can see, I have approximately 3000 energy stored up. And let me just repair this. I guess it's repairing. Ah, now it is. It's actually charging off my CMOD. I do have a bunch of solar panels, but they can provide nowhere near enough power. So what is this? It's not 1/3 of 1/5. 5 times 3 is 15. So 1/5 of the power is just from the solar ones. And it is ticking up and down because of the solar panels that I have. Now that is a steady and constant stream of power. And basically it's more than enough to charge off all of your things that you need. Like batteries, power cells, etc, etc.